What is going on, guys? My name is Tubby. The gameplay dropped, and I finally have the gameplay for you. Raise some hell in WWE 2K16. I'm going to give my thoughts. So if you want to see the ones with let's just get into it right away. I'm pretty excited. As here we go. We have Finn Balor making his way out to the ring in WWE 2K16. Now, people have been asking my thoughts so far on what I think. Sounds good. I love to hear NXT theme songs. With 120 unique characters, I hope more NXT superstars are here. Finn Balor is just one of the many ones I would love to see. As you see the smoke rolling up. Oh, there he is. I see him. He's crawling to the ring. This is the one entrance I was always a little unsure about. If WWE fans would be okay with it because of how long it is. Oh, here it comes.
Oh boy, we're in for a treat tonight. Both of these superstars look geared up, ready to go. Two of WWE absolute best, preparing to square off here.
So there we go. We have Eden as our ring announcer this year because Justin Roberts got fired last year. As Finn Balor's crawling down to the ring. Finn Balor looks really good. The running animation looks a little weird, but that looks cool. I think they did a really good job on his entrance. You're going to see a little part that's a little different than how it normally is in the WWE. But as he's making his way down, you can clearly see, though, I think they did do a good job of coming down. But normally he goes to the right here, and normally he puts his arms on the barricade. Here, he didn't put his arms over the barricade, but he is in the corner, which it's not a big thing. I think his look is the thing I care about most. As I see him crawling down to the ring. I think it looks really good. You got the fog coming up. It's going down again. And then he hops in the ring. So I think they did a really good job there of adding Finn Balor into this game. Especially, you know, I was worried if NXT was actually going to make it in because he wasn't on the main roster. And lately it's been main roster, except the past couple years they finally started putting in NXT superstars. But Finn does really look good. So now, my question is that you see the countdown timer. There are no more loading screens anymore. It goes right into the next person. So with Finn Balor right there, as you take a look at him from the screenshots in-game, and we're going to jump right back into Seth Rollins' entrance with no loading screens. I just kind of want to give my thoughts and highlights on this. I thought they did really good on Finn. Now, I've seen some people nitpick some things and been critical, like, well, he goes to the left instead of the right. WWE messed that up. I don't necessarily think they messed it up, man. I think it looks good. I think at a certain point, you just have to realize if you're not a game designer, if you want something exactly how it's supposed to be, go to game design school and then go work for 2K, and then you can do it how you think. But until then, man, just sit back and enjoy it. I thought it looked really cool. It was pretty interesting to me. You didn't see the breakout thing, but that is something that I'm pretty excited for and that we're about to show. So no loading screens. Finn Balor, I think, looks really good, but let's get into it as Finn Balor starts the countdown. You see now, it jumps right in. I wish the timer wasn't there. I hope the HUD, you can hide it. That's my only criticism about that. You see it pans over to the commentary table, and then Finn's there. And then I was hoping this for next gen, and then boom, Seth Rollins comes out. That is probably one of my favorite additions to this year's game. I think that's really cool. I hate loading screens. Kudos to you for doing this 2K. This was a huge step in realism and feel. As Seth Rollins making his way out. Yep.
Well, this superstar has all the tools needed to win this one. Now let's see if he can put them together. Talk about making an entrance.
So you see the breakout on the top there. And the thing about the breakout is when you're doing an entrance, and like I said, I don't know if this works online. I think some people have said it could get overused online, which I definitely think it could. But if you look right here, the play-by-play here from Madden, the breakout button is right there. And now that breakout button is going to allow you to attack somebody during your entrance. And like I said, there was some speculation of whether or not that would get abused. And if that does get abused, I think it'll be a little annoying. But the fact that we now have more custom options during a match, where if somebody's coming out, you can attack them. I'm not 100% sure, because I was expecting it to be the first person coming out, and then the second guy could attack him. So I don't know if Finn's supposed to like rush the ring and they start fighting on the outside. I am so curious to actually see this breakout option. It makes me very, very curious. Now, some other things you'll notice, and I think Pulse had tweeted about this, like, guys, there's 120 slots. I don't think we need to go through the crowd and in the crowd to try to pick out individual fans or shirts to see who's in the roster, who's not in the game, all that stuff. But I think the cool thing about this is they did basically confirm there are new crowd members. The crowd members have gotten really boring. If you remember the last couple of years, they were pretty much the same exact ones, where if you were in the crowd, they would go, they would cheer, and then all 50 models of the same exact character would get up and move. I think it was, not as fan of sitting next to me, was it MLB that added in like 1,000 new characters in a stance and everything? So MLB did that, and I'm really glad 2K is doing this. I think it is a huge thing to do, and it just adds a little bit more realism and makes me pretty happy. What was that, Nadas? Yeah, you get kids in the crowd, you get more of a thing. I think it's something that's really easy and cool. But let's go ahead and let's keep moving on as we wait for this to load. So you see, some people now have complained about Seth Rollins' hair, and I'll try to get it up to pause in there when he goes for a screenshot. This is what I've seen. Like, really, they still messed up his hair. They still messed it up. And I'm just like, are we seriously still nitpicking on this? Is this the thing that, out of all the things in game, do we really want to chew out his hair the most? As you can see, some people have said they've really messed it up. I don't think they've necessarily messed it up, man. It's hair. It's not... I know one of the comments I saw was, they skip through all this face scanning technology and they can't even get the hair right. A lot of games kind of mess up hair, man. If our biggest complaint is that his hair doesn't look the best, when they nailed everything else, he looks good. I think we've got some issues there. As you see the hair, and like I said, I thought they did fine, man. It does look a little awkward, I will say, that gold part. It looks a little strandy, but for the most part, they did a good job. And I wanted to kind of go back to his entrance really fast and show you guys this. With that breakout option, and he's coming down to the ring, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Do you think the guy's going to bum rush the ring? Do you guys think it's going to be the opposite? I want to know what exactly you guys think about. But let's go into the gameplay now. As you see Finn Balor in the corner with a double foot stomp, running off the ropes. That running off the ropes animation, we need to rewind that. Let's take a look back on that one. Let's see if I can stop it. So when he ran over there, you saw how he was running the ropes right there. I thought that was pretty cool. The way it kind of had a more natural flow to his run. And I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know if anybody else has talked about this. But it definitely, to me, looked a lot better. Let's try to rewind it one time and see if we can do what I'm talking about. So go ahead and hit play on this. You see he rolls back. But then he comes out. And then the run, you see how he straightened out the run? So he started all the way on the side, and instead of running straight in a line and then running back towards him, he kind of came the other way, which I thought was really cool. You saw the pin attempt. Now, the thing about that pin attempt you guys saw, as we're going to rewind back on this, and I'm sorry for cutting back and forth, but just happened last night on Raw, is his foot was on the rope. And I'm sorry if the white out screens are on I'm pretty sure the directions are on here, and I apologize about this. Nails him with that drop kick, and then he's going to go for this move. They have new chain wrestling. You got the holds. You got some other things you can see right there. But the cool thing is when you're in a situation like this, you can hit a rope break. So if you're by the ropes, you can actually come over there and press it. And I think this is kind of a new thing. You see we have the new pin bar, the new kick-out bar, where you have to line it up. Now, I've seen some people talk about this. It worries me a little bit, the fact that if you're online, it could be harder. It does worry me, but this rope break thing is really cool, where I think they just tied it up perfectly with a video game on TV with Adrian Neville hitting the red arrow, one of the best false finishes in WWE in a long time, where Seth Rollins' foot was on the rope, which is very, very big, and I thought it was really cool. So if we go forward a little bit, I could see something like that where he just puts his foot up on the rope. I don't know if he grabs it with his hand, but how awesome would that be if they limited it to how many times you can do it, and then, all of a sudden that happened. I think that would be so sweet, man. If you're having an awesome match, you just happen to pin him right by the ropes, and then a false finish with a leg on the rope. I think that would be awesome. Another realism thing in the game. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to touch on here. You see this new bar here. If you guys have ever played EA UFC, as we focus in on this, you notice basically you have to line this bar up with this bar. To get out, you have to avoid the bars. You have to prevent the overlapping, and that's what you're trying to do. It worries me a little bit because submissions in previous games were way too easy, where you could be having a 5-star match and some dude could put on a hold like this and you would tap out and you would lose, and it would wreck everything about the match so much that you put into it just to have it end with some kid putting you a submission. So I really hope, I think it was EA MMA or UFC that I was really bad at, and eventually I kind of got the hang of it. I kept going the wrong direction, and I kept getting submitted in all my fights. Eventually, when I got the hang of it, I think there's going to be a learning curve here, which it does worry me a little bit for some of the players, some of the the people that may not play a lot. It may create a divide. Hopefully, it's easier than it seems. I mean, it seems pretty obvious. You move it. I hope some people don't think you leave it there so it lands on it, and then all of a sudden they're tapping out. But let's continue on and move through the gameplay here. As you can see, he's got him up top. He reverses it. So now that's the reversal, the new reversals. You have minor and major reversals. So you have reversal stock. So if I pause it right here, you guys will notice, and I can't zoom in on this, unfortunately, but you see right here, this is the reversal stock this year. So basically, you're going to get X amount of reversal stocks, and then by using them, minor reversals will take less, major reversals will take more, but by doing those major reversals, you kind of build stuff back up for you, which creates more of an ebb and flow to try to make it, you really have to save your reversals. And I know what some people are saying, like, the reversal system was fine. We don't want slower gameplay. We want faster gameplay. Whoever said they should slow down the gameplay, like, this is why we want to play is for faster gameplay. I'm more about realism, man. I love to have faster gameplay. I wish they would kind of bring back in a 2K14 mode where it's faster, but then for the people that want to do realistic, they could. But you see on there, as Seth Rollins on this side has more of a full bar because obviously he must have reversed something. It'll be interesting to see how long that bar takes to build back up. If it's, longer in the match, if I use my reversals right away, if I can get more back at the end. How will it work with reversing finishers? So there are some kind of unanswered questions that do have me a little nervous because this year's gameplay might have been a little slow. Hopefully they tweaked it a little bit, but let's keep going here. Hits a big slam. I think the animation looks good. The graphics look good. But let's go ahead and really just kind of take in the fact that this game, man, is definitely a huge step up. Now, I've heard some people talk about the fact that they're bringing back in features that were in the game before, so it's not a big deal. Normally, I would agree with you. I hate when companies take out features and then put it back in a next gen, in a next version of it, and then be like, it's back, it's a big feature. Well, no, it was in there before. You just chose to took it out because it wasn't a priority. Next gen, though, is kind of a different thing. Because if you're looking at the gameplay, one of the biggest things with thousands of new animations, which has me really excited, are people are always complaining. I remember the stories. I love stories. It's one of my biggest things on my channel, but I realized those same cutscenes have been in the game since 2007. And it's time for me. You saw the kick-out bar. The fact that it changes every time really has me nervous. I feel like I'm going to fail on kicking out a lot, which could have me worried. You see the nice reversal there. Yeah, nice reversal there, Jory. Way to copy my line. As you see him on the outside stalling, I do like that. If that's kind of how you can build up your stamina or your reversal bar. We don't really get to see lower stamina and to see how they move. But definitely like these kind of moves, these animations, really give me hope for this series. I wanted to go back, though, to the entrances here. Let's see if I can go back to Seth Rollins' entrance. So as we're cutting through, this is a big thing for me. Because, like I said, the no loading screens, this kind of stuff, the realism for universe modes or for stories, or people keep asking me if there's an instant replay system. I don't know. I sure to gosh hope so. Match highlights was one of my favorite things, and that's what I was going to do for stories in universe mode, and then they didn't have it in 2K15. With all of this added now, with no loading screens, no loading times, free-flowing matches, I hope in, universe mode they bring back pyro, Because if all that lines up where you start a show with pyro, the guy comes out. I know that was one of the big things in 14 where you could do pyro, the guy would come out, but then there would be a loading screen. If I can do all that pyro, he comes out, the next guy comes out, maybe an attack happens at the start of the show. This is shaping up to be one of the better games, guys. I am really excited for what the possibilities are here as you see him coming down to the ring. I really want to see what that breakout does, man. I think with a 3-man commentary team, the fact that they're adding in the modes that they took out originally. Now, people had said the referee distractions, you can distract referee. That's been in the game. Show me a video where where a referee was distracted or knocked out and then the manager could help him up or help him. And I don't know if that's the case, if you can help him up, but help him. Or, get his attention to count to 3. That's a little tiny thing. Now, we still have the same referee. I don't have anything against John Cohen. I was kind of hoping for something new. But from what we're seeing here from the gameplay, I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. I think it looks like it plays good, the running there. He's not waving or moving out of position. He kind of runs at a nice pace and a nice angle. The pin bar has me worried, guys, so far with this gameplay. We've learned a lot from just this. We know that Eden is the ring announcer. We know that there's the new submission system, which they already told us about. We got the video boards, the new ones that are already on the PC version with mods of 15. You see the stalling on the outside. You see breakouts where you can fight during the entrances. A lot of stuff in this year's game with Stone Cold Steve Austin raising hell, which has me really excited. So I want to know your guys' thoughts, your opinions on the gameplay, the entrances so far. 120 unique characters in the game, so that means hopefully, they've already said pretty much no 3 Triple H's counting as a unique character, which it has me pumped up, guys. I have to be honest, 2K15 was a bore for me. People ask why I haven't really been posting much. It's kind of boring to play, man. I'm going back and doing stories and streaming other games, or the mod version of PC I enjoy playing, but just the stock game of 2K15 has me bored. This year's edition, I'm excited. I think we have a little bit of realism. You throw the Terminator in there, and it's shaping up to be something really cool. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, if you guys missed the trailer for the Stone Cold Steve Austin thing where he calls out Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll make sure to link that too. But let me know what you guys think as you see the other screenshots. People said that Daniel Bryan looked a lot better. I wholeheartedly agree. He's got the beard. Although if you have the PC version, it's modded and you could have got him anyway. You got Bad News Barrett, which I think is looking good. He's got his attire now. The attires are going to be outdated. Hairstyles may be outdated, guys, but just know the game is shaping up to be a hell of a lot better than 2K15. As somebody that was so excited for 15, it was a huge letdown. This version, though, has me invigorated, pumped up, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I cannot wait to play it. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, I might actually pre-order. Like, I know normally I get sent the game or, I do a campaign for a company. I think I might actually pre-order the game this year. That's how hyped I am. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching it, guys. I hope you appreciate it. I'm just going to show the gameplay one more time in full quad, and you guys just take a listen.
Nice reversal there.
So as you guys see, there it is. There's the gameplay. There's the entrances. Sorry for not posting yesterday, but I was waiting for this official footage from 2K, so I wasn't posting the IGN stuff. And until next time, Finn, I'm glad you're in the game, man. I hope more of your NXT comrades are there. And until next time, we will see you guys later.